Good morning, Facebook. Welcome to day 2 of me just connecting with you, especially around the points that are coming out of this book, The Heart of a Leader by Ken Blanchard. It'd actually help if I actually didn't cover it over. How are you all today? I hope you've had a beautiful, beautiful week. It is Friday the 3rd. Here in Australia. So we're kind of wrapping up our whole end of month buzz that we had in our Juice Plus family and getting set to really make November pretty awesome. For some of you, it's the countdown to Christmas, would you believe? We're feeling very blessed. We've got 6 weeks before we actually head on a plane. And actually this time, 6 weeks, we'll be getting on the plane to head back to Ireland for Christmas, which will be very beautiful. The whole family, so we're super excited about what we'll actually get to do. Hey Lee, how's it going? Hey, I'm in your neck of the woods. So yeah, so we're getting to head off on a family holiday. And that's what I love and feel incredibly grateful and blessed for, that we get to do what we do. We all love actually hanging out together. And so the whole lot of us will head to Ireland for Christmas and then over to New York for New Year's. So feeling incredibly blessed, feeling incredibly thankful that that we actually get to be able to do that every day. And my wish for you is that, you know, that you actually get to be able to live your dreams, to be able to do what it is that that you love to do. Good morning, Sabina. Good morning, Tony. It's great to have you all here. I was just listening before I popped onto here. I love to try and pick something just to start off my day. And, you know, we're up and at it and all the rest, and I take care of the to-dos, plan out my day, and then I will generally choose a motivational video or something to actually start off my day. I love to be able to kind of just reframe, because sometimes we can kind of, you know, get out of bed and the day might not start off exactly the way it should do. And so to reset or reframe, I love to just kind of, you know, take something and watch it. And sometimes it's something from Darren Hardy. He's one of my favorite kind of authors and trainers. I'm doing some online training with him at the moment. But he does, if you haven't registered for his little moment, he sends out a video each day, darrenhardy.com. He wrote The Roller Coaster Entrepreneur, The Compound Effect, and that as well. But this morning, I also subscribed to a number of YouTube channels, but one in particular shouts out and sends some great inspirational interviews and that as well. And so this morning I actually listened to one just before I got on here, just to reset and make sure that I am in the best frame of mind for the rest of the day. And it was an interview with Lisa Nichols. And I love what she was actually saying. And before I head into what Ken's got to say for the chapter for today, I just want to share with you. And she says that all of your success is on the other side of service. I thought, how powerful is that? Because what I know to be true, the people that I watch that absolutely are having success, and not just success from a monetary perspective, but just success in the way in which they get to live life, the way in which they show up each day, the way in which they impact others. You know, that's success. That really success. Money is fantastic, but money is just a tool to be able to help us to do more of what we want to do. If you're a tosser, you'll just be a bigger tosser kind of thing with money. You know, you hear that all the time and that. But if you have service as part of what you do, if you're a servant leader, if you're somebody who actually wants this world to be a better place, then, you know, success will be tenfold. I really believe that. But I love that. I'm going to repeat it again, what Lisa Nichols says. All of your success is on the other side of service. So my first little point, before I even get into what Ken says, I'm going to challenge you today. Again, who can you best serve today? Who can you? And it's a little bit of a flow on from yesterday. There's going to be probably a little bit of a theme here, because I'm so passionate about us living in a place of gratitude, in us living in a place of raising people up. That, you know what, that service, how can we best serve? And sometimes that serve is just with a smile. Sometimes that serve is exactly what Ken talks about today. And it is, today's little quote is, don't wait until people do things exactly right before you praise them. If you remember what we talked about yesterday, was the key to developing people is to catch them doing something right. And we had a little challenge there around getting out and catching people do something right. Well, today is to don't wait until people do things exactly right before you praise them. And this actually reminded me of something many years ago. I was about 19. I was, I was actually a bit younger. I was actually probably a little bit younger. I'm thinking I was still at school. I was at high school. So I was probably about 17, and I was sitting at a bus stop. I worked at Dunnes Stores, Better Value Beats Them All, back in Ireland in the menswear department. And it was my part-time job. It was Thursday night, Friday night, and all day Saturday. That was my part-time job as I was finishing. And I would catch the bus there and back to it. And I was sitting at the bus stop one night, and I was talking to this older woman. She's probably the age I am now, but anyhow, she seemed a lot older at the time. And we were having a bit of a chit-chat. This is up in for those of you who are in Ireland, it was Kilnamana Shopping Centre. So there you go. She says it's a lovely memory now that it brought me back. But we were chit-chatting, and I don't know how we got onto this conversation. Her husband was in the army, and that they moved around an awful lot and that. And we were just talking about different things. And we got onto the whole role of, boyfriends and whatever. And I was starting to date Mick at the time, and that we were talking about different things. And anyhow, I don't know where it came from, but she went to that point of, she said, you know what? She says, even if your husband, your future husband, if they're doing the ironing and they're not doing it right, still praise them, because if you don't, they'll never do it again. And I was just, even if it's not perfectly right. And it's funny, when I'm reading this, don't wait until people do things exactly right before you praise them. That little memory popped back into my head. There you go. There's a little sidebar for you. For those who know me, you know that I sidebar quite regularly. But it was a little happy memory because it was held true. Because you know what, sometimes we can, if it's not done perfectly right, if it's not done exactly the way we want it, instead of being grateful, and Sharon, I know that you probably know what I'm talking about, instead of being grateful for the help, being grateful for, what actually has gone on, rather than it being perfect, be grateful in that moment, because it might be that very moment when you need that extra little bit of help. So Ken talks here, don't wait until people do things exactly right before you praise them. He says many well-intentioned leaders wait to praise their people until they do things exactly right, complete the project or accomplish the goal. The problem here is that they could wait forever. You see, exactly right behavior is made up of a whole series of approximately right behaviors. It makes more sense to praise progress because it's a moving target. How cool is that? It's so true. And I suppose for those of us who are in the direct selling industry, we get to see that, you know what, the end goal sometimes is the one that we wait for. We wait to hit that title, or we hit that promotion, or, even in traditional workforce, you're waiting to make the big goal, or to get the next promotion, or to finish the exam, or whatever it might be. But remember that it's the journey along the way that's actually even more important. Yes, ticking off the goal is super important. I really believe. I'm quite goal-oriented myself, and I love to have a target to aim for. But you know what? Wisdom has taught me that it's the journey along the way that's even more important. It's the person that I get to become along the way, on the way to that goal. It's actually even more important. Life is not an end target. Okay, it's a moving journey, and every day is a new school day. Every day we get to learn. He talks about here, can you imagine standing a child up and commanding him to walk, and then when he falls down yelling, I told you to walk? Okay, all right, you don't do that. When that child stands up and they wobble and they kind of go and whatever, we are encouraging them, we're cheering them on and all the rest. And with each time that they give it a go, they gain more confidence, they get better at it, and they move forward. That's just like us. I really want you to be kind to yourself, to actually not just practice this on other people, but as actually Lisa inspired me this morning. She said, you know what, the first person that you've got to be kind to is yourself. The first person that you've got to love is yourself, so that you actually are not looking for that kind of out there. You know it already. You get to show up in the world, being strong, being proud, liking yourself, loving yourself, so that you can actually better serve all those around you. So today's little kind of challenge for you is to go find people doing right. It's a flow on from yesterday, but especially those people who may not do it perfect. Encourage them anyhow, because in that encouraging, what might happen is you might give them the confidence to actually take another step towards that goal, or give it another try, or you know what, even do a better job next time. Look at how they might actually show up in the world even better than what they did before. So that's the kind of little thoughts. And more importantly, I'm going to ask you guys to be kind to yourself. You know, how can you love on yourself today? How can you kind of, make sure that you know that, you know what, you like yourself, you're proud of yourself. Okay, there's nothing to protect or prove. You know what? You are awesome. You are, I believe that every one of us is incredibly made by our Lord and Savior. And so we've got something already. We don't have to prove anything to the world. We're already awesome. Show up that way. Show up that you believe that you are absolutely awesome, that you are ready to take on this world, that you are ready to serve in a way that absolutely, whatever your gifts and talents are. For some, that's making that cup of coffee. For some, it's giving that hug. For some, it's teaching. It's whatever it might be. But whatever you are amazing, whatever you were created for, go out and do that today. And remember to like yourself. And along the journey, encourage both yourself and everybody else around you. So don't wait till people have got it perfect. Encourage them on the journey so that they get up later, tomorrow, to whatever like that, and they kind of go, you know what, I'm worth this. I'm going to even go even better. I'm going to even try harder to be able to be the best that I can be in the world. So that's it. Don't wait until people do things exactly right before you praise them. That's my little chit chat for today. I look forward to, I hope this is adding value for you guys. You know what? It's adding value for me, because I'm loving being reminded about some of these things and some of these stories. So that's the thing. If it happens to add value to you guys as well, absolutely doubly blessed. I'm here to serve, and I really thank you for allowing me to do that. Love yous big times. Mwah. God bless, and have an amazing day. See you tomorrow.